Last time, we uncovered a foundation that hums just beneath the surface of our reality, the foundation of music. We saw that what we hear as melody and harmony is, at its core, a manifestation of perfect mathematics, frequencies, ratios, and vibrations that align with the very structure of our minds and the cosmos. But this raises a profound question. If mathematics is merely a human invention, a handy tool we created to count things, then why does it feel less like something we built and more like something we discovered? Why does it describe not just the strings of a violin, but the spin of an electron and the curve of space-time with uncanny, unreasonable precision? Tonight, we push that question into uncharted territory. We are going to examine a piece of mathematics so baffling, so breathtakingly complex, and yet so simple in its origin that it forces us to reconsider what mathematics is. Is it just an abstract tool, or is it a landscape, a real pre-existing territory of truth that we are only just beginning to map? And here's where we uncover the foundation. Our story begins not in ancient times, but in the late 20th century with a mathematician named Benoit Mandelbrot. He was working at IBM, studying chaos and irregular shapes in nature, coastlines, clouds, the branching of lungs. The world's messy complexity seemed to defy the clean lines of traditional geometry. He turned his attention to a deceptively simple equation. It's this one. On the surface, it looks like basic algebra. You take a number, square it, add a constant, and get a new number. Then you take that result, feed it back into the equation, square it, add the constant again, and repeat. This process is called iteration, doing the same thing over and over. Now here's the first crucial insight. Mandelbrot wasn't just using ordinary numbers. He was using complex numbers. Numbers that live on a two-dimensional plane, with a real axis, left and right. Every point on this infinite plane is a unique number. His question was simple, but tedious to answer by hand. For a given constant, c, if you start at 0 and iterate this equation over and over, what happens? Does the result stay bounded, hovering around 0? Or does it explode, racing off towards infinity? Now pay attention, guys. Follow this, because Mandelbrot assigned a computer to do the grunt work. For millions of points of C on this complex plane, the computer performed the iteration. Now, if the result stayed bounded after a set number of cycles, the computer would plot a black dot in that location C. And if it escaped to infinity, it would leave the point blank or color it based on how fast it escaped. Now, what slowly emerged on the screen as you continue plotting was not a random scatter of dots. It was a shape, a bizarre, haunting, infinitely intricate shape. And at its center, a heart-like form called a cardioid attached to it, a perfect circular bulb. And emanating from these, filaments, spirals, and tendrils of mind-bending complexity. This was the first visual birth of the Mandelbrot set. The initial shape was shocking enough, but Mandelbrot and others soon realized something that elevates this from a curious picture to a philosophical earthquake. The Mandelbrot set is infinite. Now, if you watch this, you can zoom into its edge forever, and you will never find smoothness. You will never hit a final pixel. It goes on into infinity. As we dive in, the universe unfolds. We find swirling galaxies that resolve into spirals of tiny seahorses. We find branching lightning bolts and structures that bloom into forests of intricate filigree. We find again and again perfect miniature copies of the entire Mandelbrot set itself, nestled within its own structure, adorned with its own infinite halo of detail. This is not just complex, this is a frontier, a continent in a mathematical realm that is infinite in scope, yet perfectly accessible by our simple rule, z equals z squared plus c. And this is where we move from awe to engineering, because the Mandelbrot set is not a static picture, it is a functional map. It is a master catalog of behaviors. Remember, each point C on this map isn't just a dot, it represents an entire universe of behavior for its specific equation. That universe is called a Julia set, where you pick C from on the Mandelbrot map determines everything about its corresponding Julia set. Pick C from the main heart-shaped body. The Julia set is a single connected, beautiful fractal curve. Pick C from a large side bulb. The Julia set will have a period 2 orbit. Its dynamics cycle between 2 points. This is integrated engineering. Every decorative bulb, every seahorse valley, every elephant trunk on the Mandelbrot set is a visual readout of a dynamical law. The shapes are formed by external rays, mathematical lines of force that land on the set's border at specific angles, shaping the structures like water shaping canyon walls. The infinite mini Mandelbrots you find are not accidents. They are necessitated by the recursive, self-referential nature of the equation itself. The logic feeds back into itself, creating hierarchy and self-similarity. So let us confront the foundation now exposed before us. We did not invent the Mandelbrot set. Benoit Mandelbrot discovered it. It was waiting for him. An infinite continent at the address z equals z squared plus c. We can explore it. We can ask it questions. What does the Julia set look like here? And it gives a coherent, breathtakingly complex and unique answer. It is a realm of interactive, consistent truth. In a universe that is supposedly just brute matter and energy following blind, purposeless laws, then what is this? Is it just hallucination? No. It is demonstrably, reproducibly there, with any mind with the logic to find it. Is it just a human idea? No. We stumbled upon it. We are the explorers of this territory, not its architects. Is its infinite, layered complexity and perfect logical consistency just a lucky accident? That requires a faith far greater than any other. There is a more coherent, more beautiful explanation. The Mandelbrot set is a signature. It is a piece of evidence that mathematics is not a human invention, but a human discovery of a pre-existing, mind-like reality. It is a realm of truth where beauty, complexity, and logic are woven together inseparably. Only an infinite, intelligent mind could author such a code where a simple seed unfolds into an infinite, explorable universe of meaning, where form perfectly maps to function, where chaos is bounded by sublime order. The universe doesn't just contain mathematics, it appears to be submerged in it, obedient to laws that have the character of intelligent communication. The laws that govern the whirl of a galaxy and the vibration of an atom are of the same substance as the law that generates this infinite fractal. They all speak of a foundational reality that is rational, creative, and breathtakingly profound. A reality authored by a logos, a divine mind in whose image our own minds are fashioned, which is why we can hear the music in the frequencies and see the universe in the fractal. The foundation uncovered tonight is this. Reality is built on more than particles and forces. It is built on intelligible, beautiful, and infinite truth, and we are not strangers in it. We are the part of creation designed to understand it. Join us next time as we keep uncovering the foundations.